Okay, welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. I'm the gray-haired gamer. I'm your host, and today we are back at Layton Lakes, continuing our single-player adventure. Now, yesterday we did a little bit of a special episode. We did the first of our hunting reserve spotlights. Now, in the past, we have done a couple of weapon spotlights, trying out, showing off some of the rifles and the weapons that you can only get by getting DLC content. But yesterday, we tried out a reserve spotlight on the newest hunting reserve, Rancho del Arroyo, in Mexico. And we had a great time there. Again, got to see the beautiful scenery and the wonderful animal models that Expansive Worlds.
Tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
Okay. We can see all the incredible work that Expansive Worlds has done to bring these extremely high quality expansions out for us. But today we're back on Layton Lakes. We're going to continue hunting hopefully some whitetail deer. If you want to see how we got this far, we have our back episodes on Twitch as well as YouTube under Gray Haired Gamer, the channel name. If you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, you may want to check those out. I'd like to welcome everyone today for joining us. All your support is what makes this channel possible, and we truly appreciate all your support. Okay, so let's take a look at our map. You can see here we discovered a hunting outpost in a past episode. We managed to get a few kills in there. You can see from the hunting pressure there. This hunting pressure we had a couple episodes ago around this lake when we were scouting the lake and putting up our tent. That is starting to fade. And now the area where we had our first couple hunts is almost completely gone. We have one small spot there. All this is gone. We have one small spot here. If we wanted to, we could jump back there. I think that's actually what we might do today. When we first explored these areas, we were setting our time for about 6 o'clock in the morning. And we were wondering why we were seeing nothing but moose, because that's moose's active time. But now we want to try and get into finding more deer, whitetail and blacktail deer, hopefully more whitetail. We want to start culling the herds, letting them respawn, so that one day we can have a great one spawn, one of the giant whitetail. And again, the whitetail deer are the only species to have a great one so far. But now we want to start to hunt, especially this area where we've already scouted out the zones and whatnot for morning. We want to go back more towards noon. That's more in line with the whitetail and blacktail drink times. So we're going to scout that area again at noon, and then eventually we'll go back and scout that area a third time in the evening, just to pick up hopefully some different zones and different animals active. So here we are back. It is 10:15 in the morning. Now we really don't want to go to here, but we can go check out some of these areas down here. We also want to make sure, yes, see when we line up with our marker, we are perfectly downwind. Something else we're doing a little bit different today. In the past couple episodes, we've only taken out the rifle. Today, since we've been seeing so many cute fuzzy little bunnies and ducks, we are also going to take out our 12 gauge rifle. Now let's take a look at the store here real quick, because with the shotguns it's a little bit different. Okay, now with your traditional rifles, the number like the 223.270, .300, that is a measurement of the bullet, the diameter of the bullet. So the larger the number, the bigger the bullet. Okay, with shotguns it's a little bit different. That it's actually reversed. The higher the number, the smaller the bullet is. Okay, so we have, I believe we have 20 gauges available. Yeah, there's a 20 gauge. That is actually going to be the smallest bullet. Okay, then it goes to 16 gauge is a little bit bigger. 12 gauge, what we have equipped now. And then there's also, I've seen in real life, 10 gauge and 4 gauge, which was basically trying to hang on to a cannon. That thing was huge. So it's a little bit different than the rifles. Don't think you're going to go, oh, I'm going to go get a 20 gauge and it's going to be awesome. It's actually the weakest. You want to get like 12 gauge, something like that. And then there's also a difference in the ammo. If we go down here to ammo, we'll see that first one there is 410 Birdshot. That is actually a very, very small shotgun shell that can be fired out of some regular rifles as well as some handguns. Okay, now here's your 10 gauge. That it is a lot bigger of a shell. But what we want to look at here is the first one here is 10 gauge brass Birdshot. Then we have 10 gauge Buckshot. And then we have 10 gauge Slug. The difference is that with the Birdshot is, like the name says, it's designed for birds. So it's going to have very, very small pellets in it, but a lot of them. So it can cover a bigger area. And you have more of a chance to get one of those pellets into the bird. And since the bird is small, it doesn't need a huge pellet to hit it. You don't have to do a whole lot of damage to kill the bird. Okay? Buckshot is, again, just like it says, it was designed for shooting bucks, for shooting deer. Now, this is a bigger pellet, but has less of them. There are not as many in each shell, so you don't have as much chance to hit, but here you want each pellet to do more damage because we're going after a deer versus a duck. And then you have the slugs, which are not pellets at all, but a literal slug, a big metal, basically a bullet inside the rifle shell. And if you notice, the little icons up in the upper right where it actually shows the picture of the bullet, you can see down on the bottom left there, like for the Birdshot, it shows a bunny rabbit. Okay, very small animal. It also will do for ducks and geese, turkey. When we get to the Buckshot, there it shows wild hog, it shows that's either a fox or a coyote, some deer, and bear. And when we get to the slugs, that shows our large animal like our caribou or elk, bear, moose, and bison. So you can see they are designed for vastly different animals. And if you try to take the Birdshot and shoot a moose with it, all you're going to do is piss him off. Okay, so that's the big difference in the shotgun shells. With the rifle shells, we had soft point and polymer. Boom, that was it. But here you have a definite choice. Okay, so here we have our 12 gauge. We do have a couple rounds. We have 25 rounds. We'll take a few more. Okay, we don't want to go too crazy. We don't have a whole lot of money. For buckshot, which we can use on bunnies and whatnot, but we won't probably get our full score. We won't get past that harvest check for the proper ammunition. Now we will be able to unlock the Birdshot once we get 900 experience points with a shotgun. So, for right now, when we find bunnies and or ducks, they're going to get a blast of buckshot in the face, rather than what they should get is Birdshot. But we still will, while we will suffer from our harvest check, we will still get some experience, some money, just not the normal full amount. And that's okay. Shotguns also have a much shorter effective range than a rifle. With a shotgun, you want to be probably within 20 to maybe 50 yards tops for a prime shot, where a rifle, you can be 100, 150, 200 meters and still have a prime. That's its prime, like, range. So now, like I said, we've scouted this lake shore here before, going all the way up around and even up further. In the early morning, we have seen a lot of moose. So now we're going to come back here closer to midday, and that's more when the deer are active, and we'll see if we have some luck. We know before we encountered quite a few animals along the shoreline, and now we want to hopefully continue that. We have our exploration here complete. The morning run, the noon run, and the evening run. Then we will have a very, very good picture of where the zones are, where the animals are going to be, at what time, and what they're doing, whether they're resting, eating, drinking, what have you. So let's see what we can find. Oh, there's some kind of tracks. We're going to check those tracks out here in just a moment, but before we come out of the trees, we want to have a little look around. Okay, not really seeing too much of anything. Check up that way. Also, no. Let's see what we got. We got a bear. We got bear tracks, and that's showing a blue little circle there by the picture. That's showing a possible diamond trophy, but unfortunately he's going the wrong way. And if that trail is not new, if it's even 5-10 minutes old, we will have a very hard time tracking that guy down. It's going to take us completely out of our path that we want to go. But we want to come on up along this shoreline. We want to check this peninsula, and also on up towards this hunting stand. That was one of the permanent ones we unlocked in one of our earlier episodes. So we definitely want to scout around that. We paid good money to set that stand up, so we want to find out when their animals are going to be moving around beside it, so that we can use it to get some kills. Okay, let's cover a little bit of distance here. I want to keep listening, keep an ear out for footsteps, And we want to keep our eyes open for anything moving. Now again, we are focusing on the lake shore, but as we mentioned in previous episodes, just because it's their drink time, whatever animal it is, doesn't mean they're going to come clear down here right to the lake shore. They can have drink zones back 10 meters, 20 meters, even 30 meters from the shore. So we don't want to ignore these trees. In fact, there's a drink zone right there we discovered before, probably 35 meters from the shore, and that's our bunny rabbit. That's active 10:30 to 14:30. So we might be able to spot out a bunny rabbit here. We might be able to try out this 20 gauge or 12 gauge sooner than we hoped. Now we are completely downwind of these little bunnies, unfortunately. We may have spooked them, but I don't really hear anything. So we'll take a moment and check this out, but we're not going to stay here too long. There are many bunnies on these maps. Ooh, what's that? And there we go, another moose. Now, if we had the 12 gauge slugs unlocked, yeah, we would go give him a taste of some slugs. But with the buckshot, he's a bit big for buckshot. We're gonna pass him up. Okay, again, we want to keep moving our waypoint. Keep us on our planned path. Keep us from getting disoriented and spun around. Anything down in here? No, it does not look like there's anything there. Okay, we'll come back around that side when we go up to the end of this peninsula and come back. Ah, there's some bunnies. There's a warning thump from the bunny. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you're standing right there. But we will have a much better chance of taking out a bunny than a moose right now. You're just right there, huh? That's just a female moose. So that wouldn't really be worth any trophies anyhow. And with our 243, even with the polymer bullets, we would be tracking her a couple kilometers probably. So all in all, it's just not worth it. Hopefully sneaking up here, we'll find us a bunny or two. While one bunny by itself is not worth a whole lot of money, if you can hit 3 or 4 of them, over the course of a couple different zones, they add up rather quickly. That is a male. That's a very small male. Wow, I can't see that being a possible diamond with a tiny rack like that. Wow. Now that in the game is what you will hear referred to as a troll. that when you scan the tracks, when you scan the animal, it will show you a diamond trophy. But when you... There's bunnies. When you take them out, you find that they are not. Okay, we got bunnies spooked. They are running around here somewhere. Where are you at? Because they're spooked because of our scent. We did not put on our Axe body spray before coming up in here. And rabbits, when they're in this tall grass, when they're in the shrubs, in the bushes, they can be very difficult to see, like the coyotes are. Coyotes, you can be 10 foot from a coyote and not know it if it's quiet. Okay, I think we spooked these guys. But we know where their zone is. We will be able to catch them on a different time, different day. Okay, yeah, go run away. We're not wasting our time with you. I could pop a shot in the air to spook them, but we don't want to spook everything else. And with moose, you want to be careful, because when they spook, they run, and they are big enough, they will hurt us. They might not kill us running into us, but they'll definitely hurt us. And unfortunately, we are not high enough level yet to have unlocked the first aid kits. The really only dangerous animals here on Layton are the ones that run into you accidentally trying to get away. Sometimes, very rarely, the black bear. When you take a shot at them, there's another moose. When you take a shot at them, they can go aggressive and come after you, but it's usually only when they're running away. So there's nothing really lethal here, but on other maps, in the Yukon, there are wolves that will hunt you as you're hunting them, and they will come after you. And it's not just one; you'll have 5, 6, 7 of them, all come running up on you. You won't even know they're there until you hear them growling. Up, only 2 shots. We can try and see how effective that. No organs hit, yeah, because the Buckshot has no penetration. Okay, well that should clear out the moose. And again, one day we are going to go on a moose rampage. When we have a larger caliber weapon, we're just going to go clean house. Because it may not seem like it now with our little 243, but there are rifles and even handguns that can drop a moose in his tracks in one shot. We just haven't unlocked them yet. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, I've had this one little ridge right here. I've had a lot of luck at different times just going and crouching down along here or lying down and just waiting, because you get a lot of animals crossing here and also moving not exactly north to south, but generally north to south, coming right in front of you. So you can go up there and just sit down, lie down, crouch under that tree, be concealed, and just wait for them to come walk out in front of you. Another thing in the future we'll be able to unlock is a moose call. Very effective for bringing those moose into their doom, luring them in. But again, we have not unlocked that yet as well. So we still have a lot to work for. Let's go on up here a little bit more north. Yeah, we still have a lot to unlock, but it'll be a fun ride to unlock it all. I heard footsteps. What footsteps, I don't know, but we got something up here, over here. This is why I recommend wearing headphones, playing this game with headphones rather than your TV speakers, just because sound is such a big part of the game. Another fucking moose. Oh man, come on. But yeah, sound is a very large part of the game, and being able to tell what direction those sounds are coming from is very important. Yeah, let's get on out of here. Continue our search. Yep, there he took off running. Yeah, we want to find some of the smaller animals. We want some blacktail deer, some whitetail deer, even bear. Our 243 is capable of taking out bear with a good shot. Coyotes, rabbits, ducks. Now that we're packing the 12 gauge, they are no longer safe. We have been passing by when it came to ducks and rabbits, just because we didn't want to waste our rifle shells on them. But now with the 12 gauge, and yep, imagine that, another moose. We are in the land of moose. Okay, if we take a look at our map, we've come across here. I do want to come back down and check these zones. So we are going to be backtracking a little bit. That was him yelling. Now we are going to be moving into the wind, so we are going to use a bit of our Axe body spray, our scent blocker. And we're going to go check out these previously discovered zones. And then move our way on up around to that tree stand. Yeah, and there's that little ridge that I was telling you about. Because you can sit right on top of there, and you can see animals coming from this direction, as well as the other side of that little peninsula. What is that running? That's that moose again. Man, what do you want, buddy? Be glad I don't have the 300 Magnum or the 7mm, or you would be one dead critter. But your day will be coming. One day we will have those weapons, And when that day comes, my friend, you are no longer safe. So we want to stay out of these high reeds, cattails, whatever it is that they are, as much as we can, just because of the noise factor. There we go. What was this? Blacktail deer came through here going that way. Okay. And again, the technique that I use for covering distance is not just to run, but I will run a little, walk a little, run a little, walk a little. It lets me keep my heart rate down, and I don't totally make quite as much noise, and I have a lot more chance with this technique to get a warning call from an animal before they spook, rather than just having the animal spook and take off. Oh, there we go. Level 9 legendary. Oh my god. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. Now this shows that it's a possible diamond, that little blue circle. But being a tier 9 legendary, it probably is. Okay. So we want to try and go get him. Let's get him spotted one more time, and we're going to use our waypoint trick. We spotted him right here. We're going to pop a waypoint as close as we can to him. 182 meters. Now, some rifles, we would be able to take that shot and be guaranteed of a kill. But with our 243 being a little small, we want to try and get a bit closer. I would like to be between like 100 to 150 meters before we take that. But also with tier 9, they are very crafty at that level. The higher the tier goes, the tougher they can be to hunt, the tougher they can be to track. So with them, you really, really want to make sure. And did he spook already? I don't see him at all right there anymore. He may have run away on us. It just shows. And they're when you get them higher tier, they are definitely more challenge. They're not just going to walk out in front of you and lay down and wait for a bullet. They're crafty. Tier 1, Tier 2, yeah, those animals are basically dumb as rocks. But when you hit the Tier 7, Tier 8, Tier 9, yeah, you're in for a challenge. But it is definitely worth it. If we could kill him and pass our harvest checks, we would be pretty much guaranteed a diamond trophy out of it. This is probably, no, that's moose tracks. As I say, maybe that was the bear tracks right there. Let's keep our eyes open. He might be hidden behind that tree, which is possible. What's that right there? Yeah, that's his butt. Okay. So we're within almost 100 meters. We just want to keep moving slowly. We want to keep our noise very far down. So I'm only giving it like half the stick. I'm not going full speed. And I am crouched. We want to come right in here. And see where he's at. Yeah, there he sits right there. Now that tree is blocking us, which is sort of a good thing because it's going to block his vision of us, but it's a bad thing because it's going to block us shooting him. So we want to keep on easing out to the side here until we can get a decent shot in at him. Now we are on the side. He's not facing us directly, so we will be able to get a good shot into the lungs. Yeah, right there she sits. Okay. And how far are we at? We're 70 meters. Yeah, we're going to take this shot. Can we get a second? Can we get a follow-up? Oh, almost. Nope. Nope. Say they are crafty. Now, this should have been a vital organ hit, but I can't say 100% certainty until we get up here and see the blood. But if we do get a vital organ hit, we have a very, very good chance of taking this animal down in one shot. We know we're using the proper ammo. Yeah, what's this right here? We know we're using the proper ammo, and once we find the blood, yes, there we know we got a vital organ hit, so there's 2 of our harvest checks. The third one being quick kill, which this shell is a bit small to get 100% quick kill on a bear. The way he was running, I doubt we're going to get 100% of our quick kill. Okay, and where did the tracks go? We shot him. We know we last saw him down, or coming down around here. There we go. There's some green. There's some highlighted tracks. That's what we want to find. There's some blood. We still, unfortunately, do not have the perk unlocked that tells us how much health these animals have just by the blood. But there is one that we can eventually unlock, that when we examine that blood on the ground, it'll tell us 75 to 100% health left, 50 to 75, 25 to 50, and eventually 0 to 25. And when you find that, you know to be looking out for a corpse. They're almost dead. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing a corpse just yet. Let's move on out here and do some tracking. Yeah, like here, this blood, it just tells us very low bleed rate. With that perk unlocked, like I said, it'll give us its approximate health as well. We'll know how close it is to dying. Is that... looks like it might be a dead bear right there. Yes, indeed it is. Yes, we took down the Tier 9 legendary black bear. All right. Like I said, when we examined this before, when we spotted it, it showed that little blue circle as it being a diamond level trophy. Well, now we'll find out if it's truly a diamond or truly a troll. Let's go up here and have a look and see how we did. And it is only a gold. Now that would have been probably because of our... Oh no, we did have improper ammo. We had too small, so we did not fully pass our harvest check. Everything else we did very well on. We only hit him one time. We hit the vital organ, the left lung. We hit the shoulder blade there too. If we could have snuck in under that, we could have possibly got a double lung shot. But this big boy got us our first gold medal. Big 290 kilogram male black bear. Excellent, excellent. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money to taxidermy him, but we can save that. We can save the harvest by hitting X. Boom. Harvest has been saved. It's now in the trophy manager, and we can go back later on when we got some loot, and we can taxiderm him. We can stuff him if we want and put him in our hunting lodge. Now you find the, I believe it's in the codex. I hear something else coming. Where is, oh, there's what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for deer. Fortunately, those are both does. There's a buck, and he's a beauty. Come to daddy. Perfect. Stop right there. Now, while the 243 ammo was too small, improper ammo for the black bear, that should not be an issue for these deer. See, now we're in 1243. Yeah. Now we're definitely getting into more the time when the deer are out moving. You can see we built back up some hunting pressure in this area, but as we did before, when we go hunt and take out some animals in other areas, this hunting pressure will slowly disappear, and it'll be safe to come back here and hunt again. This is our second time hunting this area. There's the two doe. We could drop one of them, but really don't want to. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Vital organ hit. We're going to go track him down here and see what we find. He kind of popped up out of nowhere in front of us, so we really didn't take the time to spot him. And that sounds like a bear. Yeah, that's another bear. He's downwind from us. That's why he's giving a warning. There we go. Nice big secondary blood stain. That is a medium bleed rate. That's good. That means he's going to drop very, very quickly. And we should find him up here in probably about another 20, 30 meters. Yep, right there he is. Yeah, Expansive Worlds, the company has done amazing work with these animal models, with the racks, with the textures, the colors, and even with the way they move when they're out and about. Everyone's come up a little curious, just checking us out. But super, super realistic. Definitely by far better than any other hunting games that I've ever played. Okay, and there you see our little 243. We did not catch the scapula. We snuck in right behind that shoulder blade, and we managed a double lung penetration. Excellent. Let's check our harvest. That was also a gold. There, we passed all the harvest checks for that one. So we got us a gold medal, white-tailed deer. Now this is a, what tier was it? Now when we take in this animal, it will respawn, and it has a chance to come back at this big or one one scale bigger, one tier bigger. And that's how you get the great one. You shoot a tier 1, it respawns as a tier 2, or a chance to. You shoot to tier 2, they have a chance to come back as tier 3, so on and so on. Up to the highest level tier for a whitetail, which is, I believe, 7 or 9. We found that bear that was a tier 9, but not all the animals are the same. They don't all go to the same tier. With ducks and rabbits, their highest tier is only, I believe, a tier 3. But I have seen tier 9 mythic wolves. I have seen, well, we just saw today a tier 9 mythical black bear. But I'm not exactly sure just how high a whitetail deer goes. Like I said, I believe it is a 7 or a 9. So when they get up to respawning that high a tier, then they have a chance to respawn as the great one. Okay, I thought I heard a little bit of something here. So we're going to go quiet for just a moment or two here. And are we in? Yeah, we're right on the edge of our hunting pressure. So if there is something out in front of us we can risk, we'll be able to take them as well. And again, the lakeshore is right there, but I have seen so many animals moving through these trees right off the shore that we do not want to ignore them. Okay, but unfortunately, I'm not hearing any more footsteps. I'm not seeing any tracks. So we are going to move out here to the shore a little bit so we can use our binoculars. Okay, let's have a look. There's the duck. I always want to get those zones as best we can. See, these guys are all, there's a level 2. These were level 1. Level 1. And these animals, just like the white-tailed deer, will respawn just like the deer do. We kill this this level 2, it has a chance to come back as a level 3. Or whatever, their max tier is. Like I said, I believe it is 3 for ducks. Unfortunately, he is a bit far for our shotgun. Be okay if we had the 22 caliber, but we're not going to waste a shot and waste spooking any other animals that might be in the area. Okay, and since we are finding these the whitetail out moving around a little bit at this time of day, we are going to go up and sit in this stand for a few minutes. The hunting pressure has cleared out in this area. And we spent like $2,000 to set up this tree stand. There it is. We spent $2,000 setting up this tree stand, so we want to get some payback for that. And as well, we want to take advantage of the lowered hunting pressure when killing an animal from a stand. So we're gonna make our way up here. We're gonna climb up in that tree stand and then try our doe bleat call. What are these tracks? That looks like moose tracks from here. Yep, more damn moose. The really fun weapon to use on moose is the what is it? The 4700. It is literally one of the most expensive weapons in the game. At I think it's 75,000 game dollars. It has the most expensive ammo in the game. 25 or $2,600 for 10 rounds. But it is a giant, like, elephant rifle. And when you get up close, like 100 meters within, a moose, oh yeah, it blows clearly all the way through it. Like, every hit pretty much is a vital organ hit. Just because it's such a big bullet with such velocity. I have shot them with that weapon, and literally the bullet went clear through them. Where our little 243 here, even with the polymer, is only getting, one lung. Okay, so now here we are in our tree stand. What time of day is it? 1:30. We have now are blocked from sight. We're protected there. 80% of our scent is blocked from being in a tree stand, so that means they have to literally be right on top of us to smell us. So let's try our call out. We'll spend a few moments here. I personally have not been much of a fan of stand hunting. I've hunted many, many years in my real life as well, and I've always preferred to be on the ground moving and prowling around rather than just sitting. But everyone's got their own thing. Everything's got what they enjoy. You can come out here early in the morning and just chill out in this stand all day if you want. For this one though, look, we have 0 zones close by. Our nearest zones are clear down here and up here. So this is not really a prime spot yet for stand hunting. You want to pick a stand where you have either seen the animals coming through with your own eyes, or you have zones close by, so you know what time there's going to be some activity. Here we really don't know. We'll give our call one more time, and if we don't get any response, we're going to go ahead and move on and head on up along the shoreline that way. Like I said, we did spend the money to set this stand up, so we'd like to try and get some benefit from it. It all just depends on your map, on the RNG gods, because like I said, every map is different from where the zones are. They'll be in slightly different positions. You have to go discover them. And my last game I played through the career mode, I had literally two drink zones, one for blacktail, one for whitetail, right there, right out in front of me at 20 meters. So I could come here at the right time of day and sit and have literally 8 to 10 deer come right down through the woods and stop right here in front of me. It was excellent for rifle hunting as well as bow hunting. Okay, so we're not hearing anything. We didn't get any reply calls. We're not hearing any footsteps. We're not getting any warning calls. So I think this is just a bad time of day. So we're going to go ahead and exit. And we're going to continue on our adventure up along these trees up here. Now we have discovered one zone here. Moose, of course, early morning. We have not scouted this out for middle of the day yet. But in the past, previous games, I've had a lot of success finding animals out through this area. Not only out in the open, but up into these trees as well. So we want to stick close to the edge of these trees, but we don't want to be under them just yet. We don't want to make too much noise, but we want to be close. So if we do detect something, we can step under one and take advantage of the concealment. That is one thing I wish they would fix on this map are the birds. I mean, they're supposed to be ear candy, window dressing, but sometimes they are so loud they hurt your ears. More moose tracks. Said, and I found zones back 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards. So don't always assume that the drink zones are going to be right at the edge of the water because they won't be. And also on the top side of this little peninsula along here, I've had luck finding zones. Just this game we haven't yet. But like I said, we've only been through there in the early morning hours. We haven't been through there at lunchtime or in the evening yet, so our luck can always change. Again, the wind is with us. The direction we're heading, the wind is moving out behind us, spreading our scent behind us, and not out to any animals out in front of us, so that's always a bonus. We don't want to use our Axe body spray unless we have to. Like I said, it is one of the more expensive items in the game, 3,000 game dollars for 10 applications. It's actually more expensive than the most expensive ammo in the game. Like I said, for that 4700 elephant rifle, it's 25 or 20, I want to think 2800 for 10 shells. And here we have our Axe, our body spray. I hear something. Our Axe body spray scent blocker is 3,000 for 10 applications. Yeah, I'm hearing something. Let's get up under these trees. We don't have the perk unlocked yet to reduce our noise. The soft feet perk. So we still want to be a little slow We don't want to give quite a full speed going under these trees just yet. Yeah, I'm hearing footsteps. Even with the headphones, it can be difficult to figure out what direction they're coming from. And these are thick trees. They're close together. It's really going to limit our sight range. But on the good side, if we are still hearing little footsteps, that looks like some. Oh, okay. If we're still hearing footsteps, then that means we have not spooked them yet. So when they, especially the large animals, if you're in range to hear their footsteps and they take off running because they're spooked, you will definitely be able to tell. Boom, 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 boom. You'll hear them running off. Hello, there we go. And what is that? Is that a... Is that moose we shot like 20 minutes ago? Is it moving? I've never seen the moose lay... Well, I guess they do lay down. That is probably what we're hearing right there. I thought, no way could that be the moose that we shot at earlier with the shotgun. So we're just going to go real nice and easy here. Step by step. Yeah, that's a big old male. And if we can get a nice close point blank shot, I think we're going to try and shoot him. We're not in the greatest position at all for this guy. But look at how close we are. Literally put one right in the head. Now that is not going to count as a vital organ hit. And it will reduce our harvest check because that's considered a trophy organ, the skull. But man, was it fun. It was satisfying seeing all these freaking moose everywhere. And be able to take a shot at them. Yeah, we're getting a very low blood rate. So, I doubt that's going to kill him. If it was 30-06, yeah, it probably would have killed him. But again, if I had a 30-06, I wouldn't have had to shoot him in the head. I would have had the increased penetration to go through the lungs. There's more. There's Blacktail Deer that came through. Just one track. Only one solo animal. Yeah, it looks that way. Okay, so let's try and head on up this way. We want to finish covering this peninsula. That's one nice thing with this game is you can set the ethics aside. Obviously, in real life, I'm not just going to walk up to some random animal, pop it in the head, and let it run off to die. That would be totally inhumane, as well as just being needlessly cruel. But this is a video game, and we can set that aside and just have some fun. We are continuing our vendetta, our moose rampage, and we will continue to do so. Okay, yeah. Now you see, we shot that animal, that moose, right in here, and so far there is no hunting pressure buildup. There's none. So that means that animal we shot is still alive. If it were to die, then we would have the pink-purple hunting pressure coloring show up on the map. So that is one little, not quite a trick, it's not a cheat, kind of an exploit to tell if you got a kill or not. And remember that the hunting pressure is centered. It makes basically a circle, but it is centered on the area where you shoot the animal, not where the animal dies. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay, nothing. Where are we looking at? Okay, here is yet another map. Well, we won't call it an error, but an area where it shows that this is nothing but water on the map. So we would think that we could not cross there. But as you can plainly see, it's more of like a swamp, shallow water with a land bridge, so that we would be able to cross there, even though the map doesn't show it. What tracks do we have here? Okay, that's what we wanted to hear. That is Blacktail Deer. We are going to again use a little bit of axe. We want to get us into a position where we can get a good view. These trees are going to make it a bit difficult, but we want to get in here under some cover. We've taken care of our scent, and now we've taken care of sight. Let's try our call. Our doe-bleat call again does work on both blacktail as well as white-tailed deer. So now we listen. It was probably out in these reeds somewhere. And again, just because they make a warning call doesn't mean they're right beside you. Like I said, these animals can be up to 100. Oh, hello, something's coming. They can be up to 100 to 150 meters away when they make a warning call. A little doe. But if we get a shot at you, we'll take the money and take you. Come on up here, sweetie. And we're going to go right between these front legs. This bullet is going to climb a little bit at this range. Bam. Vital organ hit. Definitely. Usually at that close range, if that was a heart shot, it would have dropped in its tracks. But being this is the 243, there is a possibility that could have been a heart shot. Anything else moving around up here? See, now we look, boom. There's our hunting pressure. That means that animal died. And right where we're standing is pretty much where we shot it. And as you can see, that circle of hunting pressure is centered right where we're at, right where we shot the animal, not where it died. Okay, so where did it run off to? Doing something here. This looks like poop. Yep, when we want to find blood, that's also very old. It means more than 10 minutes. So let's backtrack a little bit. We saw some other highlighted, yeah, right there. Now, if this is fresh or very fresh or just now, we know this is the trail we want to follow. Yeah, there's a continuation. Let's see how old this pile of poo is. See, very fresh. So we know this is, excuse me, this is only a minute or two old. So we know we're on the right path. And of course, blood is always another good indication that we're on the right path. Now here is a zone, and we normally want to examine the zones, but we don't want to lose this trail. See, now these are going back that way. We know that's old trail. When in doubt, follow the blood. And right there is some bleed rate medium. It was not a very large deer. So we should be finding a corpse, and it looks like right there it is. Again, no trophy for females for the does, but we will get money. Flesh and right lung. How close were we? Oh yeah, we were just a hair to the left of the heart. Just a hair away from that heart. Okay. Like I said, we walked just right across this area that the map says you can't walk across. Okay, so let's head back on over here. Finish up around this peninsula. Okay, now that we claimed the animal that we were tracking, now we can go ahead and examine this zone. Okay, there was our Blacktail Deer. 4 animals using this, 12 o'clock to 16:30. So you can see there that if this zone, this zone is eating zone, so that means that all the blacktail eating zones will be active at roughly that same time. And usually about a half hour, 45 minutes before that time is effective, you can catch the animals traveling to their zones, and usually up to a half hour after that zone is finished, you can find them leaving the zones and moving on to their next zone. Okay, not seeing too much anything here, so we're going to step it up a little bit. Is that something? No. Okay. Oh, hello, that's something right there. What is that? Is it something? Nope, optical illusion. I thought for sure. See that dark spot right there in front of us? Man, it almost looks like something lying down there. But it's, what is that? That is Blacktail Deer. It sounded like he was pretty far away. And our doe bleat only carries 150 meters. But we can try calling him. Well, those are all those high reeds, high bushes, whatever you want to call them. Cattails. So we don't want to actually go in there. As it will cut our visibility down to nothing. But if we can luck out... There's ducks. There's more ducks. And they can be a bit twitchy, ducks, to sneak up on. So there is a technique like normal hunting in real life where you would put, since you see the ducks here, you would put like a portable blind right on the shore right there and put out some decoys and then use a duck call to lure the real ones in. I believe those blinds and the decoys are DLC content. I think he's getting closer. Let's call again and make sure we're hid. And there are also geese. There's a couple maps that have geese. And you can get decoys specifically for geese as well. But they are also DLC content. And like I said, he could have been 150 meters out. This deer. And it can take them a couple minutes before they can make their way in. The wind, while not perfect, is at least off to the side a little bit. Go ahead and call again. Right there. There's something running. Right there, doe. And I think we are off the left, off to the left a little bit of the heart, but still should be a single lung hit. Definitely not a double from that angle, but still a vital organ. Yeah, it's definitely a vital organ hit and medium bleed rate. Excellent. So it means we should find a dead deer in the next probably 30 meters. We do not have to track them for kilometers like we did those frickin' moose. And again, when you're in water, it does not show the prints, but it shows these depressions. Oh, there just went another frickin' moose. I'm truly starting to hate them, which just makes it all the more pleasurable to kill them. Okay, and there we go. We found our deer. Oh, she just finished collapsing just now. How far? Yeah, right lung. Yeah, we were off to the left a little bit. From 30 meters. And she ran 117 meters. Oh, and these birds. Shut up, moose. Okay, so I think that's... As soon as I get out of this noisy area... These swamplands. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look and see how we did today. We're going to go into our hunting log and our latest harvest. Let's see, we took two blacktail deer, a whitetail deer, and a black bear today. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We got 2 gold medals. Excellent. We are starting to improve on our medals. So not a bad day of hunting for, an hour and a half. And doing more exploring than anything. We're almost, look at that, we're almost to level 8. We'll be ready to unlock another skill or perk. Our rifle score is steadily climbing, 1620. Means we'll be ready to hopefully unlock some new rifles here soon. I'd like to get my hands on a 30-30 or 30-06, something like that. Something with a little more oomph. There you can see harvest. We've harvested 50 animals, 0 diamonds, 2 golds there today, 6 silver, 11 bronze. And we have spooked 1,127 animals, mostly by hearing. 1,000 of them was by hearing. That's what happens when we go running around and we don't have our soft feet perk yet. Only 6 of the animals we spooked actually smelled us. We've fired 152 rounds and we hit 92 of them. Oh, this noise, come on. Say some of this stuff can be downright deafening. Yeah. What else we have here in our codex? While we're finishing up, we're going to show you a few things there. There is a entry for each hunting region, showing the different regions, the landmarks that you discovered, the points of interest, etc. So we can see here we're playing Leighton Lakes. Yesterday we did a special on the newest one, Rancho del Arroyo. So that still leaves us Hirschenfelden, Medved Taiga in Siberia, Virunga, Savannah in Africa, Parque Fernando, Yukon Valley, Cuatro Colinas, Silver Ridge Peaks, and Te Arawano in New Zealand left to discover. So you can see we have a lot to cover yet. Then we also have a wildlife. If you want to know anything about any specific animal, like here's our black bear that we were taking earlier. It gives us a description in the middle, and then what we want to look for on the right is the breakdown. This is their behavior, their habitat, senses, when they're active, what ammo we should probably use. See, okay, now they did change that. The call we are using for our Coyote, bobcat, that type of thing is a wounded jackrabbit call. And the black bear used to respond to it. But now, random thunderbolt. Now you can see here under recommended equipment that they recommend the distressed fawn caller, which is the second of the predator calls. Unfortunately, we do not have that unlocked yet. Then one of the other animals we looked at today, we took one was a Blacktail Deer. And there you can see excellent sense of smell and hearing during dawn, dusk, and night active. Then there's there for recommended equipment only class 4 ammo. The deer bleat collar, which we have. The deer grunt collar. We don't have that unlocked yet, but that is more effective to attract bucks, where the bleat collar will attract does as well as bucks, and average difficulty. So any questions about the different animals, you can find them in your codex, and you can see from this list there are many species to hunt, to get the gold trophies, to get the diamond trophies on when you put all those areas together. Okay, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up for this episode. Again, we are Hunter Call of the Wild. I am your host, the Gray-Haired Gamer. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful at all, or funny, or you just like watching me make a fool of myself trying to shoot these critters, by all means, leave a comment. Let us know. Also consider leaving a thumbs up, a like, following us. Every little bit of your support does wonders for the channel. We are available on Twitch TV as well as YouTube. Both channels, the Gray-Haired Gamer, or I believe it's just Gray-Haired Gamer, no the on that, my bad, I'm sorry. Until next time, we want you to keep your eyes on the prize. Keep looking out for that trophy, because there could be a diamond right around the corner. So, good hunting, good luck, and we'll catch you next time.